Hello, welcome. Welcome again. Thank you for coming. Yes. Actually, we exchanged our lessons because I was on sick leave during the week. So that's why we changed our lessons. I'm doing the lesson today. Surprise, surprise, and a different teacher for you. Hello, welcome. Thank you. Oh, it's good to see you. Usually I'm giving speaking sessions on Wednesdays. So if you'd like to join, you're always welcome on Wednesday sessions too. All right, last 2 minutes. Oh, that's good. So you keep on joining lessons. Hope you're enjoying. Hello, Pajana. Hello, welcome. All right. Welcome again. It's very good to see you today. Thank you for sparing your time on a Saturday and joining our lessons. So let me share my screen and let's start today's session with you. Okay, once again, welcome to today's speaking workshop, Clasital Speaking Workshop. As always, we start with a fun tongue twister. Today's one is a bit easy, but it's so funny. I usually use it with my young learners too. So I will say it for 2 times, 1 time slowly, 1 time faster. And after me, if you'd like to try, you can use the react button to raise your hand, and you can try saying it. Okay, let me start. Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear. Fuzzy Wuzzy had no hair. Fuzzy was he. And let me say one more time, this time a little bit faster. Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear. Fuzzy Wuzzy had no hair. Fuzzy Wuzzy wasn't fuzzy, was he. So anyone who'd like to try out, please use the react button, raise your hand. I can see you'd like to try. Abby, yes, please.
Hello, ma'am. Am I audible?
Hello.
Am I audible?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah. Okay, ma'am. Starting. Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear. Fuzzy Wuzzy had no hair. Fuzzy Wuzzy wasn't fuzzy. Was he?
That's good. Thank you.
Thank
Anyone
you,
else?
ma'am.
Anyone else? It's a very funny one. Fatima, welcome. Saiful, welcome. Harman, welcome. Anyone else who wants to try saying it? Am I frozen? Yeah, I'm here. Okay. Anyone else? Sorry for my internet problem, connection problem. Okay, if no one else wants to try, I can pick one lucky person, and that person can try maybe. Fatima, do you want to try? Can you hear me? Everyone, can you send me some reaction if you can hear me? Yes, good. Okay, your microphone is not working. Okay, then if you don't feel like trying today, it's like a warm-up session, but that's fine. We can warm up with some discussion questions then. Okay, today's agenda, what will we learn? I'll be sharing some tips and strategies, and we'll be working on some vocabulary so that you can enrich your speech. We'll be, of course, working on some discussion questions, and in the end of today's session, I'll try to give feedback as much as I can on your band, and I'll be sharing some idioms and collocations in the end. So let's start with a quick discussion. Does anybody know today's subject? Do you know today's subject? You can write in the chat box, or you can just raise your hand and you can share. It was written on the calendar, but you may want to say more. Speaking. Yes, Harman? Is your microphone working? Speaking subject. Yes. Harman, we couldn't hear you. Ikra, do you want to answer? Do you know today's subject? You can look at the picture. You can get some clues there. What's that person doing there? It's your first class. Okay, welcome to your first class. Seray, schedule. That's okay. Okay. So I had some answers in the chat box. They were saying speaking subject, making notes on to-do list and stuff. So yes, maybe that person is taking notes, making notes, and make a to-do list. And actually, that person is studying, and today's subject will be about study. And now, please let me ask you, what is the most popular major in your country? So when people study, what do they study? What's the most popular major in your country? Let's go for a quick round. You can tell me where you're from and what is the most popular major in your country. Anyone else wants to start? Yes, like we use chat box for interaction, but now the discussion started and this is speaking workshop. Let's start saying, talking about our answers, okay? So Abi, do you want to turn on your microphone and share your answer with us?
Sure, ma'am, not an issue.
Mhm.
Yeah. My name is Abhishek Jaiswal, and I am from India. So it's about major in my like in my country. It's almost everyone like every third or fifth house of the person is pursuing an engineering background. They are either doing BTech or MTech in the engineering background.
Mhm.
So
Engineer.
yeah, engineering. Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's very common in India. So
Okay.
we always found that after doing engineering, they are jobless, they are unemployed, and after then they will do some labor work like starting a tea stall or something like Chinese selling on the road. Likewise, and we all already know about the unemployment ratio in India.
Mhm.
So
Okay.
I can say that.
Thank you, Abby, for your answer. But this is like a warm-up discussion, so you can give me just one sentence or two sentences. That's enough. We'll share
Okay.
our extended answers for the next discussion questions. Okay.
Okay, sure, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Okay. Pajana, what's the most popular major in your country?
I'm also from India, ma'am. Major is engineering only. It's the most popular in our country.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Okay. Anyone else? Harma? Can you turn on your microphone and share with us where are you from and what is the most popular major in your country? Do you still feel shy to talk or your microphone is not working? Okay, so maybe like till you feel more like speaking, you can follow, you can talk later. Muhammad, do you want to share? Okay. I'm asking Joy Paul. Yes. Joy Paul, do you want to answer that question? What is the most popular major in your country? You can say, for example, I can say for Turkey, I'm from Turkey, and I think law and medicine are the most popular subjects in my country. When people want to study, they usually study for going to those majors. Okay, your microphone is not working. Saiful Islam. Any answers? Come on, everyone, this is speaking workshop. Don't be afraid of making mistakes. We're here to give you feedback about your speaking so you can fix your mistakes, fix your errors. You can say engineering, law, medicine, education. And we have a guest. Maybe that person can change the name into his or her real name. So we can call him or her properly. No one else? Okay, let me move on. In this lesson, you'll learn to talk about your major. So you'll be talking about your own major. An occasion you had to study hard, and your opinions about education and studying. Okay, Ikra, your microphone is not working. I'm taking this as a note. Okay, tips and strategies for IELTS speaking part. So understanding the question and giving a relevant response is very important. So that also shows the examiner that you know about the subject, or at least you know about the vocabulary of that subject. And staying on the subject, don't being off the subject, is very important. Be specific and give detailed information. This is where we talk about extended sentences, extended answers, where you elaborate your speech with more vocabulary, with linking words. So your sentence structures, it will look more complex and more coherent, more structured as well. You will make some errors. Don't worry about them. Instead, correct your mistake if you can and keep on speaking. So making mistakes is okay. Hello, we usually keep our cameras off. Okay. You'll make some errors. Don't worry about them. Instead, correct your mistake if you can and keep on speaking. So overall, especially around band 7, if you have more sentences with error-free sentences than your sentences with errors, that's okay. So try to correct your mistakes. Dear guests, we can't see your name, but usually we keep our cameras off. Thank you very much. And always be confident and smile. Show the examiner that you're confident about your speech. Oh, get lost in Saiful. Okay, so before we start our deeper discussion questions, let's work on some vocabulary. As I shared before, today we're going to talk about study and education. And there are 7 words today that we will match their definition to. So let's look at those words together for like 10 seconds, 20 seconds. And after that, we'll match them to their definitions and we'll try to use them in a sentence one by one. So today's words are postgraduate, acquaintance, memorize, switch, organize, get along with, and blended learning. So let's start with 1, postgraduate. You can write your answers in chat box. I see Abi's answer, B. Yes, that's correct. 1 goes for B. Postgraduate means used to refer to university studies, or students are students at a more advanced level than a first degree. So anyone who wants to use the word postgraduate in a sentence? Yes, 1 goes for B. Fairy, do you want to use that word in a sentence?
Yes, of course, ma'am. Postgraduate Hello.
Yes, we can hear you.
Hello.
Yes, we can hear you. Right.
Hello.
Hello.
Okay. Hello. You are talking about postgraduate?
Yes.
Okay. When I did my postgraduate, I was too young, and I do. I was doing tuitions side by side.
Oh, okay. That must be really hard. Thank you, Ferry. Number 2, acquaintance. I'm taking my post-graduation from LPU. Okay, that's a good sentence too. You can write your answers for number 2. Let's keep our microphones off so we can hear each other better. Acquaintance for number 2. Do you have any guesses? Any answers are appreciated. Okay, let me share the definition with you. Acquaintance goes for D. Let me write it here too. Yes. F or D. Let's look together. D, a person that you know but who is not a close friend. So someone you know but you're not very close. You're not very close friend, but it's somebody you know, acquaintance. Anyone else? Anyone who wants to try using it in a sentence? You can turn on your microphone or you can raise your hand to speak.
Ma'am, this is acquaintance number 2, right?
Yes, 2 is D. Do you want to give an answer, Joy Paul?
Yeah.
A sentence. Yes, we're listening to you.
Sorry.
Can you try using that word in a sentence, please?
Not exactly.
Okay. Abhi, can you please try?
Okay, Nana, just give it a try. Uh, I'm not acquainted with any of the young girl with whose name start with L.
Okay, that can be a sentence. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am.
For number 3, memorize. We all did it for some courses during our studies. A, yes. I see Abhi's and Pajama's answer. Yes. Memorize is to learn something carefully so that you can remember it exactly. So, Pajama, maybe you can try using it in a sentence. We usually memorize the phone numbers, some formulations in math or chemistry or physics. We memorize poetry.
Ram is learning physics, so he can easily memorize the problems.
That's good. Thank you very much for your sentence. Okay. Welcome, Alkam and Amit. So number 4, switch. 4F. That's true. Switch is to change or make something change from one thing to another. You can also look at the thing icon here next to switch. So you can switch some ways. You can switch some subjects to something. You can switch your major to something else. Who wants to try using it in a sentence? I'm planning to switch this or that. Switch from this to that. Just try. Don't be afraid of making errors, as I said before. Mukaddes, hello, welcome. Okay. Jaipa, do you want to give another try for using it in a sentence?
Yeah, ma'am.
Yes, please.
To switch is to change or make things change from one thing to another. This is regarding the sentence can be I want to switch the TV channel or
Yeah.
or light.
Yes. Switch on the light, switch off the
Or
light.
sorry. Yes.
Yeah, we can use that like a collocation. That's true. But yes, you can switch the TV channel as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, to hear the news, I switch the channel to BBC News. You can.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
very good. Thank you. Thank you for the idea. Number 5, organized. You can again type your answers in the chat part. C. That's true. 5 is C. Arranged or planned well or in the way mentioned. Being organized. It's usually used. I'm an organized person, or you can describe someone as organized person. Mukaddes, welcome. Do you want to try using the word organized in a sentence? Yes, you can turn on your microphone and try.
Okay, I also think so. It's C. Organized
Yes,
means.
can you try using the word organized in a sentence? Can you make a sentence with that?
Okay, organized. My study table is always organized with a lot of things.
Oh, that's very good. My study table is always organized with many things. Nikra, thank you for writing your answer in the chat box too.
Welcome.
Always organized, we can say. Thank you very much, Mukaddes. You can turn off your microphone. Okay, number 6, get along with. They're always used together. And not always, but they usually used together if we're talking about someone. Yes, G. If 2 or more people get along, they like each other and are friendly to each other. I get along with my sister. I can't get along with my friends because of this or that. So you can try making it in a sentence. Fairy, do you want to try using it in a sentence? Fairy, can you hear us?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay. Okay. Along with get along with means you are involved with any person or for a long time.
Yes, and like you get along, you're friendly with each other.
Okay. I'm making a sentence. I'm making. Okay. I'm get along with my. I'm get along with my previous friend for a long time.
You get along with your
Friends.
friends.
Yes.
Yes, yes. I get along with my friends, especially while studying. You can.
Yes. While I'm study.
Yeah, very good. Blended learning, number 7. We have only one option left, anyways. E, yes. A way of learning that combines traditional classroom lessons with lessons that use computer. So actually, it's like using 2 methods together, combined. You blend them together. It's a new terminology in the field of education. You can try using it in a sentence. Sometimes there can be questions about the field of education in IELTS exam part 2, speaking part. Pujana, can you please try using it in a sentence? Have you ever experienced blended learning? Have you ever heard of it?
In our school, I learn blended learning, computer and science, ma'am.
That's good. In your school, they use blended learning in computer and science. That's very good. Okay, so in the next part, in the next activity, we'll be trying to fill those blanks with the words up there. Memorize, blended learning, postgraduate, get along, switch, organized, and acquaintance. So for number 1, let's fill it and read the sentence together. Fairy.
Ma'am, I have to ask one thing. Will you take our mock test or will you take our interview in this class?
Excuse me?
Will you take any mock or will you take any interview in this class?
Oh, this is just speaking session. We'll have discussion questions, and in the end, I'll be giving some feedback for you.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Okay, please be careful about the words, especially verbs. Yes, they're there, but in their to be form. So try to use it in a proper tense. Okay. Yes, one is memorize, but I can't say memorize there. What should I say? Abi? Yes, can you please try reading the sentence, Abi? She.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes.
She memorized her friend's phone number.
She memorized her friend's phone number. Very good. You
Thank you,
can memorize with Z and S. That's fine.
Yeah, ma'am. Both are okay, na? Like
Both
it's
are okay.
difference of accent okay.
Both are acceptable.
Yeah. Thank you,
Okay.
ma'am.
Number 2 is a way of breaking down barriers to education. So it's a new invention. What can it be? You can write in the chat box. Jaipal, do you want to give the answer?
Yes, ma'am. It's a blended learning is a way of breaking down barriers to education.
That's correct. Thank you very much. Blended learning goes for number 2. I will make a... Can we turn off the microphones, please? Welcome, Juliet.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
Go. I'm
Can
Alka.
we keep our microphones off?
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, Fairy says it's G. Yes, Fairy, can you read the sentence? Oh, I think she was off and she came back. Alka, can you also follow the, are you able to follow the lesson? Can you please give us the answer for number 3? I will make a...
I will make a postgraduate degree in macrobiology.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. I don't really, with my sister's husband.
Yeah, I don't really get along with my sister's husband.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you,
Get
ma'am.
along with my sister's husband. That's correct. For number 5, Muhammad, can we hear it from you?
Yeah, she started studying English but switched to history in her second year.
Can we hear it from Muhammad as well? Okay. She started studying English but switched to history in her second year. Yes, it's switched. That's correct. Thank you. Thank you, Alcam. You can turn off your microphone so everyone can speak for one time.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Oh, I connect my microphone with this class. Maybe you can try leaving and coming back. And usually it asks for permission. So you need to approve. You need to give permission for using your microphone. Ikra. Okay. Number 6, she's not a very organized person and she always arrives late at meetings. Thank you, Abby, for the answer. We're not very close. He's just a business baby.
We are not very close. He's just a business acquaintance.
Thank you very much. Okay. So, as I said, we'll have a small talk session now. I just want you to give 2 or 3 sentences for each question. Okay, not more than that, not an extended answer. So our question is, what do you study or what did you study if you finished your studies? And for this session, I will ask everybody one by one to get the answer. So get ready, please. Okay. So Abby, let's start with you. What do you study or what did you study?
Okay, ma'am. Currently, I'm pursuing my postgraduate degree from Siddharth Nagar University in in Masters of Commerce. So I usually study all the subject which belongs from commerce stream, like it's business economics and statistics.
Statistics.
Okay.
Yes, that's good. Thank you very much. It's a clear
Yeah.
answer. Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Muhammad, can you hear us? Can you turn on your microphone to answer that question? If you can't hear us, if you can't speak, please write us in the chat box. Okay. Let's move on with Alka. What did you study or what do you study?
I did my MBA in finance stream, and I did a 1.5 year job in banking sector with Kotak Mahindra Bank as a service officer. And right now I'm learning. Right now I'm not doing anything.
Okay. Right now you're not studying anything.
No.
Okay. Yes, that can be the sentence, a proper sentence. Thank you very much. Mukaddas?
Okay, so I am a student nowadays as I study, and I'm enrolled in a university in my area, which is called Alam Iqbal Open University, and I'm pursuing the degree of Bachelor in Education, and I'm also learning a lot of skills in online courses.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mukaddas, for your answer. That was a very clear answer about you. Baby?
Thank you.
Yes, baby. What do you study and what did you study?
I not steady and not doing job. I'm currently a housemaker. I'm doing I just sit at home. I take care of my children. So in the past, did my MBA exams in finance from the Reunion University of Karachi, from Karachi University, Pakistan. And now I am currently doing nothing. I just take caring of my children and doing home chores.
Okay, thank you very much, baby.
Uh,
Ikra, did you fix the microphone problem? Okay, Juliet, what do you study or what did you study? Juliet, can you turn on your microphone and speak? Okay. If there's any problem, you can write in the chat box. Okay, now Ikra Babar, you can give your microphone still not working. Okay then. Muhammad, I think you came back. What do you study or what did you study? You can write in the chat box if you're also having any problems about the system or if you don't feel like talking right now. But I really encourage you to speak so I can hear you, so I can give you feedback, so you can practice and you can improve your speaking more. Okay. Saiful, do you feel ill still or do you want to speak? Sorry, I'm pushing you guys so that like I can hear from you more. Okay then. I'm moving on my next question. Oh, these were the sentence starters, by the way, and you use them. Okay, Baba. I'm doing a degree I'm first year, second year student. I'm planning to do this degree in the university. Yes, Muhammad, is that you? Or Juliet?
No, it's Juliet.
Yes, Juliet. Please give your answer to us.
I'm Juliet from Nigeria and I intend to study. Hello?
Yes, we partially hear you.
Hello? Can you hear
Yes,
me?
we can hear you better now. Yes.
You can hear me.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm Juliet from Nigeria and I studied health education. That was 6 years back. I've not been doing anything since then, but I'm planning on furthering my education next year.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you very much for sharing, Julia. Okay. So let's move on to our next question. If you had the chance to change, would you change the subject that you studied before? I would, if I could. You can give answers like that. So Abi, let's start with you again.
Okay, ma'am. So in my 12th standard, I took science stream rather than commerce. So if I get a chance to change something, so I definitely change my 12th, 11th and 12th background of science to commerce
Okay.
because nowadays I'm facing really little bit problem of that stream just because of that stream.
Because of that experience. Okay. Thank you
Thank
very
you,
much,
ma'am.
Abi, for your sharing. Okay. Alka?
I did MBA in finance. So if I could change anything, then I will change my stream in HR.
In HR.
Right.
If you would have the chance, you would switch your subject into HR.
HR.
Yes, very good. You can try using that vocabulary that we practiced. Okay.
Okay.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Next time, definitely I will use that.
Okay, thank you very much. Mukaddas?
Hello?
Yes.
To be honest, I don't want to change my subjects as I am doing B.A. Because I just want to be a teacher as I am now. So I don't want to change my topic and I just love that B.A. degree to pursue my degree.
Okay, that's very good. So actually, we are imagining if you have this chance. So you can say, I wouldn't change my subject. So you can use that would there as
Okay.
conditional. Okay? If I had the chance, I wouldn't change my subject because I'm really happy about being a teacher, about studying education, you can say. Thank you, Princess. That was a good answer. Okay, Seray.
Okay.
Let's,
As hello.
yeah.
As I have completed my studies and now I am a mother, so uh, I have a if I had a chance to change my subject, well, I would change my marketing major into finance major because after doing marketing, I I felt that I have done something wrong. I wouldn't have choose this line. I have to be stick with my finance line or subjects. So if I would have I would ever get a chance to change, I would definitely change my subjects to marketing to finance side.
Okay. Thank you very much for your answer, Juliet. Juliet, can you give us an answer? Can you hear us, Juliet? Oh, I think you. Yeah.
Hello?
Yes.
Oh, sorry. Almost lost the question, please.
We can hear you.
Yeah, the question again. I kind of lost.
Okay. The question is, if you had the chance, there's a typo there, but I'm sorry about that. Would you change the subject?
Yes, if I have the chance, I will change my subject to nonsense science. If I could, I would definitely do so.
Okay. Thank you. Jaipal, can you give us an answer?
Yeah,
And
ma'am.
please can you turn off your microphone so we can hear each other better? Thank you.
Yeah, ma'am. If I would have a chance to change the subject, I have earlier done my engineering graduation. I would have switched over to mathematics teaching job and the studies about it, right?
Okay. So if you had the chance, you would prefer studying mathematics instead of engineering.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much. I see Amsa Atif is here too. Welcome. Do you want to give us an answer for that question?
Yes, sure. Answer your question. Yes, if I get a chance in my life to change my subject, but so I would change my subjects to mathematics. I love that, but it's been 20 years I've left that subject, so I don't really remember all the things. But when I changed my subjects to dentistry, so I really regret why I've chosen these, and I should have gone for mathematics. So that was my favorite subject, and I like that.
If you had the chance, you would change your subject then into mathematics.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you very much for your answers. I hope everybody had a turn to speak. Okay, so another small talk. Do you get along with your classmates? Do you get along with your classmates? Abi, let's start with you again.
Yeah, I definitely wish I would get along with my classmates, but I'm not with them actually right now. They all are went outside for their higher studies. So I just get in touch with them with social media only.
So when you're together, you get along though.
Along the yeah, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Outcome.
Ma'am, right now I'm not ready with my sentence, so I need 5 minutes to make sentence.
Okay, so just imagine you're a student or try to remember your studies. Do you get along with your classmates?
If I will get, if I would get a chance to get alone with my best friend, then I will get alone with my best friend for math subject.
So this is more like, so you can say I get along with my classmates usually. We study together, we make projects together, and we usually have no problems about relationships. You can say we can hang out together.
Okay.
You can use that kind of sentence system. Okay, Mukata.
Okay, so yeah, I usually don't get along with my classmates just because I'm a workaholic person, and I don't have time to just meet with my fellows and go along with them. So to answer your question is I don't get along with my classmates very often.
Okay, but you mean like you don't hang out together very often?
Yeah.
Okay, so get along is something different. Hanging out is something different. But you get along, but you don't have any chance to hang out.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can say that. Okay, very good. Fairy?
Okay. Honestly, I'm very much pleased to get along with my friends. I used to go with them for hanging out for dinners or parties, as well as I get along with my friends with my studies too. Whenever we face the exams, so often we go outside for shopping as well. So to answer your question is I very much pleased to get along with my friends.
Okay, thank you very much. Julia?
Yes.
Do you get along with your classmates?
I love hanging out with my friends because I learn a lot from them. Hanging out with them most often gives me the room to learn more and more and more from them because they say learning never ends.
I think we couldn't hear you. Can you repeat your answer, please?
Yes, I said I love hanging out with my friends a lot. Probably my classmates a lot because hanging out with them gives me the room to learn more from them.
Very good. Thank you for your answer. Jaipal?
Yeah, ma'am. I do not usually get along with my classmates right now because I am away from my hometown and doing a job, a place far away from my place of work and the study. So usually I do connect with them only on social media or the call. Uh, yeah, that's it.
Okay. Thank you very much. Ansa?
Yes. Okay. I yes, I am in touch with my friends. Not I we usually do not meet physically because we all girls are very busy in our life. But on social media, on phone or on a WhatsApp chat, we usually talk to each other. We have a very friendly relationship. We discuss our progress and we discuss what we are doing in our lives and what opportunities we have in life for the future. So yes, we do that thing on regular basis.
Okay, thank you very much for your answer, Ansa. I think no one is left. Okay. So now this is like real speaking practice, section 2, discussion. So you will have 1 minute to prepare and 2 minutes to speak. I will also use a timer and count your minutes. So you will describe the advice you received on your subjects or work. You should say what it was, what kind of advice it was, who you received it from, what you did after receiving it, and how you felt about it. So it can be an advice about your job or about your studies, who gave that advice, what did you do after that, and how you felt about it. Try to give a structure to your speech. So don't answer the questions one by one, so it wouldn't sound very structured, but instead use some linking verbs, connecting verbs, make a structure, and then give us the answer, please. So if you want, I can give one example, or do you want to see the example later so you can compare?
Yes.
Do you want to see the example later?
Yeah, it should be later actually. We should try it first, right?
You should try it first. Okay, as you wish. So now I am giving you 1 minute. I'm setting my timer. And after that 1 minute, I will again ask each of you to give your answers to me. All right, time started. Okay, time is up. Mukatas, do you want to start?
Okay, so mm, I'm talking about
We
the
can't hear you. Maybe you can talk to your microphone a little bit closer.
Okay, now you hear me?
Yes, it's better.
Okay, as I am a teacher for 4 years, so when I start teaching in the past, when I start teaching, I was very aggressive, and I don't talk with the kids so humbly and so peacefully. I was just shouting, and I was a very aggressive teacher. So that time, my coordinator gave me advice that you should be humble and kind, and you have to rehabilitate yourself, and you have to be calm. You have to be a calm person by dealing with the kids, especially. So at that time, after receiving that advice, I just work on myself. I just uh, I just work on myself to be a good teacher and a sweet teacher. And after receiving that advice, I felt that I have to work on myself, and as I was not that much good teacher, but now I have learned a lot of things, and I and I received a lot of advices from my elders, from my coordinator especially. So now I am a good teacher now.
Okay, thank you very much. I will give the feedback in the end. Seray, let's move on with you.
Okay. The advice which I received in my past, it's related to my subject finance actually, because when I was in my master classes, my one of my classmates gave me option of doing marketing, not marketing, doing finance. Ma'am, can I do it again because there's so much hurdles or voices over here?
Mhm. Are you done? Baby? Okay, baby stopped. Okay.
Hello.
Hello, Fairy. We couldn't.
So, ma'am, can I start again because there was a noises. That's why I couldn't speak. My children just
Yes,
speak up
please.
in front of me.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Sorry for the interruption. So
No
sorry. Uh, uh, I just the advice I just took from the is related to my finance subject, of course, because when I used to be in finance, when I used to do my MBA, so I choose marketing, but that's why स- मैं जी बोलो बेटा मैं क्लास ले रही हूँ 5 मिनट. Actually, my one of my classmates has given me advice that you have to choose finance, not the marketing, because you are very good at finance subjects, and you must have choose your finance subjects. So at that time, I didn't listen to him. I just choose myself as a marketing student. That no, I will handle it. I will carry out because I'm too much interested in marketing, also advertising. So I have a firm at that time of event management. So I choose because of it. But now I have a regret that why did I choose marketing? Because I have done all my jobs in my finance sector. Then I get a chance to do a work in finance sector. So now I feel regret for that, that why I had to choose the marketing subject instead of finance.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am. Sorry for interruption.
No problem. Okay, Abi, let's continue with you.
Okay, ma'am. It was about more than 1 year before the present. One of my UG undergraduate professor, when I met him, I was doing my job along with my CAT preparation for MBA. So at that time, he asked me about what I'm doing now. So I just replied him that I'm I'm preparing for my CAT exam along with my part-time job. So he asked me that why won't you taking any degree along with that, similar with that? So I just replied, no, I'm not enrolled for any degree right now. So he just advised me you must have enrolled for any master degree, either it's for 1 year or 2 year, because if you show this pause, it would really bad for your CV curriculum vitae. So it's better to enroll yourself for a private degree only, so you cannot face any hurdle in future. And I really feel it was a blessing that I met him at that time. So he really gives me a very good advices over these things, which is really changing my aspect for all these things. That's all about it.
That's all. Okay, thank you very
Thank you,
much.
ma'am. Yeah.
Okay, Ansa?
Yes. Okay. Um, when I was doing my A levels, my science subject teacher once advised me to never lose hope and keep trying for especially for my major science subjects, because I was doing great in that. But somehow he felt that he should advise me on that, because he told me that never give up, even if I have to repeat my subjects. So, and and be ambitious in your life. So after that advice, I started working very hard, and that worked me very well. So unfortunately, I had to repeat my subjects for my marks improvement, my marks upgrading. And after my second attempt, I got admission in one of the best universities. So I did my graduation from there, and that advice worked me very well for me. At that time, when my teacher advised me, I really felt secure and confident because I felt that my teacher is concerned about me and he was really helpful for me. So I feel really relaxed and secure.
Mhm. Thank you very much for sharing. Juliet? Juliet, can you hear us? Okay, let's move on with Amsa.
Yes,
Amsa, you did.
I
I'm
told you
sorry.
before.
Yeah,
I have
you.
done that.
Yeah. Jaipal?
Yes, madam. I'm an engineer by profession, and I am into a job for job regarding new parts development. And during one of my job at a company, I had faced a problem regarding quality issue in a part, and I was just very worried and finding no solutions. Then one of my senior colleagues advised me to go on the site, actual site of the product where it was manufactured. It was being manufactured, and just find the root cause of the problem. I followed his advice and went to the site and tried to analyze the things that contributed to the quality issue in the product, and it was very easy to find out what caused the problem. And I am very I am happily saying that it's a point worth taking, that took my career to such a good place. And I am grateful to my that very senior colleague. That's it.
Thank you very much. I'm checking my notes. Saiful, you're still ill, but you're here. Thank you for that. Jaipal, did we hear from you?
Ma'am, I just spoke about it.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Yes, Jaipal, you just did. Okay, Juliet left. I think that's all. Thank you for your answers. I tried to take some notes, and I will share my example speech for that. It was 5 years ago when I was in my junior year of college. I was struggling to find out what career I would follow in the future. As juniors, we had to choose courses related to our business concentration, such as marketing, finance, human resources, or management. At that moment, I was confused since I did not specifically like any of them. As the deadline closely approached, I had to quickly make my decision. I decided to talk with my father, a wise man, about my problem. Differently from many other parents who always make decisions for their children, my father guides me to the answer and lets me choose what I want. He asked me what I would like my life to be like when I graduated, then analyzed my personality and discussed my strengths and weaknesses. He also showed me some career paths I could follow if I chose certain options. After an hour of talking to him, everything had become clearer, and I finally decided to pursue a career in finance. Thanks to the conversation that day, I understood more about myself. 5 years have passed, and now I am now a financial analyst for an entertainment company, and I have never regretted my decision. So, yes, Saiful, you have a question. You can type your question in the chat part. Yes, Abi says this is a very simple and good example. Any other observations, comments about that answer? How about its structure? How about the vocabulary? It sounds like I had a very short answer. It wasn't bad actually, Jaipal. Your timing was okay. Yes, now I'll try to give feedback. So overall, your timings were around 1 minute and 30 seconds. We have Mukaddes giving us 1 minute and 43 seconds of answer. So overall, 2 minutes of speech is acceptable. What I observed in all of your answers was that sometimes you start with simple present tense. I feel that way, I do this way, I am this way, but then you start saying like, my friend gave me that advice, I feel very sad that time. So please try to use coherent tenses together. If you start with a simple present tense, follow this tense and structure your speech in that way. If you start using past tense, keep on using past tense so your speech will look more structured. So for example, especially about that present perfect tense, you say, my friend has given me that advice, not only about Mukaddes, this is my general observation about all of your speeches. You say, for example, my friend has given me that advice, then I decided to do that. So present perfect is a very near future thing. So if you decided to do something, so something happened before that, so I would use past tense in that. My friend gave me that advice, so I decided to do that. And I heard you were using linking words, like connecting words as well. But I also heard that you have tendency to repeat some linking words. For example, in Ansa's speech, Ansa was using so a lot. So this and so that, so this, so that. It's very good to use that. So, but try to use different connecting words, because so, therefore, however, although, okay? Try to use more complex structures, different structures, and different linking words. That would give the idea that you are aware of those words and how to use them. That was one of my observations. So especially in Abi's, I heard a story. So the problem was this, and then this happened, and in the end that happened, and maybe in future this will happen. So this structure, this story is really good for us. So that gives the idea that you can tell a story about yourself and you can structure your speech. That was really good. Mukaddes, it's really hard for me like to give a band right now, but I would give 6.5 to you because I heard some grammar mistakes in that. So there were some repeating grammar errors. So overall, your answers were between 6 and 6.5. So, and I heard some repeating grammar errors. So I recommend you to work on your grammar as well. So you can try writing your sentences, and so that you can see what repeating grammar errors you're doing better, so you can practice on those. And I heard especially in Santos, in Jaipals, you have very good subject-related vocabulary. So when you talk about finance, you know about the vocabulary in finance. So actually, I heard many of your answers. You have that vocabulary. So especially in your subjects, in the areas that you're interested in, please try to improve your vocabulary as well. Give subject-related vocabulary more. So that also brings you using different structures, collocations, like words with, like get along with. These also give you very high scores in terms of lexical abilities. So overall, yes, I would say that. So how can you improve? Please join our sessions. We're trying to give you the practice, the room for practice. And actually, we have one more deep discussion part. So if you want, you can keep your questions more for later too, and we can have this part quickly. Fairy wants to ask something. Yes, Fairy?
Ma'am, tell me about my discussion and topic, or my sorry, all
Yes.
things.
Yes, I have some notes about you as well. So in your speech, I heard some repeating grammar mistakes. So actually, while I'm giving feedback, please like try to check if you have them too. I'm trying to give some general feedback as well. So, Fairy, I definitely recommend you to stick to one tense, especially. So, not using different tenses, present simple, past tense, present perfect. Yes, you can use them properly, but try to use them consistently. So, please look on that. And your time was good. It was around 1.30. So you were also trying to use some complex different structures too. But please, you can write down your sentences to see your repeating grammar mistakes better. So band, I would say between 6 and 6.5 because of the grammar mistakes. Saiful, definitely join us, and please try to speak as much as you can, because like staying quiet, keeping quiet would not take you anywhere. So don't be afraid of making mistakes. Please try to speak so we can give you feedback so you can improve your speech. Okay? Abby, let's take your question and then move on our deep discussion part. Yes. Abby, yeah, your question is here. Yes, like as I said, your speech was telling a story in a structured way. I really like that structure. You were using the words like either, or you were using some, which is like some relative clauses, some complex grammar structures too. That was really good. But especially for the tense, I'm giving that feedback for you too. So I would say yours was around 6.5 as well. Okay, thank you. Okay, so last deep discussion. How has the teaching and education changed in your country in the last few decades? Who wants to start? Answer, yes.
Okay. The thing is, in last few decades, if I compare that with my school or college studies, yes, it has changed a lot. Actually, the time has taken a big leap as far as the studies is concerned. If I see my children now studying in class 6, so they are already learning about coding classes, they are using computer, they are doing online research. So I think it has changed a lot. The methods of teaching are based on more practical approach rather than learning by heart from the books and the notes which teacher have made from their by their hand. So the online research is more in the studies now than this online our previous method of teaching, learning and learning the things has been now obsolete. And actually, now recent pandemic has changed the things all over the world, if I am not wrong, because in that 2 3 years, everything was online, and the method of teaching for our professors and teachers, that was more computer based, and they taught the students how to study by yourself and how they can improve themselves and how they can study on their own by using the online material and by not just focusing on the notes which teacher tell us in our class physically. So the students have become more independent as compared to us. We were totally dependent on our teachers, and we had less opportunity for the online materials. Yes, it has changed a lot.
Okay, thank you for your answer. And as a teacher, you have a lot to say about it, I think. Yes. Okay, Fairy,
Uh,
let's go on with you.
Hello.
Yes.
Okay, we are talking about how the teaching and education system changed in our country in the last few decades.
Yes.
Of course, it has been changed now from as compared to the last few decades when we were used to be a student. So we just depend on only theoretical knowledge, not on the practical knowledge. Now, after many years there has been a change in the education system, and the course outline are the same and little bit change, but the overall education system has improved, much improved before, now rather than before, because they have introduced many new techniques, like they have introduced computer skills and computer knowledge to the students, and education through the computer basically. So many of the things related to the computer are now being utilizing in the schools, or as well the audio classes all are also are giving to the students. And one of the reason is for that is the covid, because many of uh, because of the covid, many things have been changed now, and online classes, and it's all mostly depend on online classes rather than on going to the schools, going to the institutions to get the knowledge. And in the future, I think, I hope so, there will be totally a change, as one of the classmates have already defined it, that in the future um, there will be a chance to move on totally online education, just because of independence of students, or maybe the trend are changing nowadays, because the covid have given us the means like covid have strengthened us our knowledge for this, that we can not only get in the schools, we can not only get education in the school, but also we can improve ourselves from the internet basis and computer basis on online education.
Mhm. Okay, thank
uh,
you very much, Fairy. Uh, anyone else who wants to talk about this deep discussion part?
May I, ma'am?
Mukaddas, I'm not going to force all of you to give an answer for that.
Am I audible, ma'am? Okay, both are. Okay, I'm just muting myself.
Mukaddas, I think. After that, you can speak, Abhi.
Okay, so as far as education and teaching is concerned in my country, so in my country, from previous years, there is a lot of change nowadays, and there is a virtual classes, and the most important thing we have changed in our country is um, infrastructure. Our schools have a proper infrastructure, as they have AC and proper projectors and all of the things. Um, but in the past, as compared to the past, where people used to study on the mat or having the old type of infrastructure and having the old pencils, like slates we call them, and nowadays we have in our country we have a lot of exams for teachers so that we can examine the ability of a teacher. So we will examine that he or she can teach the students properly or not, as we have NTS tests and a lot of other tests. And another thing is, now in the past, teachers were so aggressive and they used to have a stick on their hand, and nowadays the teachers are so cooperative, and they understand the ability of a child, and they understand the child as, not pushing them to what they don't want. They recognize their talent and these things. And another thing is, our another thing is, we have proper proper courses, just like in the past. Our teachers used to teach with their books, and the local books. And now in Pakistan, almost all schools have the course of Oxford University. So that's
Yeah.
a big change. So that's how it goes.
Okay, thank you, Mukaddas, for your observations and sharing. Let's finish with Abhi today.
Sure, ma'am. Thank you for this chance. Actually, okay, now just coming to this topic, I definitely say there is a drastic change to the education policy and teaching policy nowadays in my country. Let's come to the point. Uh, Initially, I say if I compare with the my time and today time, the primarily thing is that in the primary section when I was a child, so we only used to study in the primary ABCD and all those stuff, which is like only basics thing for our structure and for our language learning. But nowadays, in the kindergarten things, the students are learning crafting as well, drawing as well in the kindergarten part. So this is the huge difference in in only primary education. And coming to the secondary education, when I was a child, I'm so sorry for this pronunciation. When I was a child, we are only used to sit in the a hall type room, and along with that, uh, some of the tables and chairs, and 2 to 4 fan hanging on the wall, and there is a only black and white board and the chalk the teacher used to study, and we only you used to study thoroughly and like pen paper and copy base. But nowadays the changes are like the school have the air conditioning room, the smart classes, which like we earlier said. Ma'am, what was the sentence and word? I'm just confusing. Which word? Laser education, right? Am I not wrong?
Excuse me?
Laser education. What we said? No, no. Which education we spoken earlier? Laser education, I guess. No. What was that word? Okay,
I didn't understand your question, I think.
I'm saying
You were
that
talking about secondary.
virtual education. Yeah, I'm so sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
Talking to the virtual education nowadays, it was really make, yeah,
Mhm.
big changes to nowadays student. And the third point is that in our like higher education, if I say in our time, we only allowed to take a specific subject in a specific criteria, but now there we have the opportunity to take different kind of majority like majors in different subjects at a single go. So
Okay.
all these are changes which I really think and which I really appreciate to the education policy. They made these changes for new generation that they can really grow up with such kinds of education and
Mhm.
make their country proud. That's
Okay.
all, ma'am.
Thank you very
Thank
much,
you.
Adi, for your answer. So lastly, I'll quickly share some idioms and collocations that can be really helpful to learn something by heart, to memorize something. So it comes from your heart, like as if it comes from your heart, to learn something by heart. Last year, I had to learn a very big poem by heart for my literature class. So to pass with flying colors, to pass easily and with excellent results, I'm studying hard and I will pass IELTS with flying colors. Fingers crossed for everyone. So that was all for today. So in the chat box, I'm sharing a survey form where you can give us feedback so we can improve our lessons better. My name is Seray. So you will see the teacher's name there. So please share your feedback with us. Please tell us like whatever you want to tell so we can help you even better. And I strongly recommend you to go on our Clasital website to see our library where you can see some offline videos, you can see some practice materials for your IELTS part. So, Amsa, please follow our classes. We have classes for different skills. So maybe you can find the best one. Oh, you were talking about blended learning. Okay. Okay. So you can find different lessons there, not only speaking. So you can find the best one for yourself there. My name is Seray. I wrote in the chat box. So if you fill the survey form, you can leave. Thank you for coming again. I'm hoping to see you in our next sessions as well. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for filling the form. Thank you for coming. Goodbye.
Ma'am, when will be your next class?
You can see it on calendar. Usually I'm giving speaking lessons on Wednesday.
Okay, thank you.
Bye-bye.